So today we're going to be doing a leg workout using a mini resistance band. So here I'm going to be using the Gymaholic one. If you don't have access to a resistance band, you can just do the movements, body weights. But the resistance band will allow you to create tension throughout the entire movement, which will allow you to get closer to failure and have basically more muscle fibers being activated during the movements than just doing them body weight. But if you don't have access to it, it's all good. You can still do the movements without it. So here we're going to be doing strength movements targeting the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, adductors and abductors. So basically the entire lower body except the calves. We're just going to be targeting them a little bit, but not so much. And the idea here is that you take your time because we're not aiming for speed here. We really try to perform the movements with the right form and to feel the muscle being activated. So I'm gonna walk you through the workouts, and here is gonna be 3 different circuits. We're gonna be doing 3 rounds per circuit, and we're gonna finish the first circuit before moving on to the second one instead of doing the entire sequence and then repeating it again. So yeah, it should take about 30 minutes to 45 minutes, depending on how many rounds you want to do per circuit. But we're gonna get started right now. I'm gonna be doing 3 rounds with you, and let's go. So we're gonna get started right now. I have the band here. I have the workout in the Gymaholic app. We're gonna get started right now. So we're starting in 5 seconds. The first exercise will be squat pulls with the resistance band around your knee, just above that. I will let you know while we're doing the workout. So we're gonna get started right now. The band is here. The workout is in the Gymaholic app, and let's go. 5 seconds.
Pulse. 1 minute.
Okay, so the first exercise will be a squat pulse with the bands. So you're going to a squat. It will allow you to work on quadriceps, abductors and adductors. And the bounce will allow you to have more control on your movements. Try to push your knees outward. So the abductors will work extra hard to keep your knees aligned with your toes.
Ten seconds remaining. One minute.
So next one, leg kick back. I'm gonna do the right side first. So here the goal is really to kick as far up as you can. Use a straight leg. You should feel your glutes muscles to be on fire. Remember to breathe.
Push harder.
We will. So here you really try to take your time, feel the burn in your glutes.
10 seconds remaining.
So here I'm using the heavy band, but you see I'm struggling on the last few reps, so you can adjust that according to your fitness level. Now we're going to do the other side.
Get ready for 1 minute.
We'll also work on your flexors by stretching them dynamically, stretching them. And also your core needs to be tight. It's only the legs moving,
You can do it.
not your upper body.
remaining.
Okay, so we have 30 seconds of
Take a
rest.
break. 30 seconds.
I'm gonna take my water. Okay, so I changed the music because it was becoming very repetitive. Okay, next one.
Cross reverse lunge to kickback. 1
Cross
minute.
lunges here. I should probably step here. So here you're trying to aim for the side, and same thing here, taking your time. Try to go as deep as you can, keeping your core tight and neck neutral.
You're almost there. Ten seconds left.
Just gonna work on your side glutes, quadriceps, and entire lower body.
Get ready for alternate single leg deadlift to lateral raise. 1 minute.
So here we're not gonna be alternating, it's just single leg, straight leg deadlift basically. So here keep your neck neutral, you don't have to touch your toes. The goal is just to keep at your core parallel to the ground and your legs as straight as possible. You'll also work on your balance and your feet muscles, which are key in every movement you do. Because we tend to forget that the strength comes from our feet, and we need to have our feet to be stable in order to perform better.
10 seconds remaining.
So same thing on the other side.
Alternate single leg deadlift to lateral raise. 1 minute.
You should feel a good stretch on your hamstrings. You should feel a burn too. The key here is to keep as stable as possible, to have that balance. And to do so, you need to focus on one part of the ground and keep your eyes on it. From the top position to the bottom position. You just look at it, you stare at it, as if it was a meal that you wanted so bad and you haven't eaten in 6 hours. You really stare at it and keep breathing. Inhale on the way down. Exhale on the way down.
10 seconds remaining.
So that pull with the band will allow you to also work on your hip muscles. Okay, so we got
Rest. 30 seconds.
30 seconds of rest. And just change something. Okay, we got 3 seconds of rest and then glute bridge. I just deactivated the exercise audio so I can just speak to you, otherwise it's going to be overwhelming with the sound. So here we're not going to aim for a lot of speed or plyometrics. We're really trying to build a strong foundation with balance and strength exercises, which will allow you to perform better in these plyometrics movements. So, you know, we target one thing at a time. So here, glute bridge. So try to keep your legs as close as possible to your body, which will allow you to focus more on your glutes than your hamstrings, because we just target the hamstrings. And we try to activate your core too, rotate your pelvis, and all that. Try to touch the ceiling with your hips. And keep your knees up, because the bend will help you fight that internal rotation with your knees. So we try to fight that by keeping your knees outward. You should even feel, so not just your glute, but also your hip flexors being activated. And abductors for sure. Okay, next one. Lying hip abduction. So we're gonna do, here we started on the right side, so we're gonna raise the left side. You can choose your side because we're gonna do the other side after. You should feel the abductors being on fire, small hip flexors, muscles being activated. This will allow you to have strong hip flexors, because sometimes our hip flexors are either too weak or overtrained, and it creates lower back pain. So it's very important to work them out properly. And if it's too painful for you, try to switch it up with a side clamp to a side legging clamp to work on your side glutes instead. But this should feel really good on your flexors. Try to go as high as you can. I'm getting there. Okay, the other side. That's when you realize 1 minute is pretty long with these small muscle groups. It's very difficult, but that's what we're aiming for. Try to get close to failure so you can grow and get stronger later. Wow, okay. So we got 30 seconds of rest, so we've done we've done the first round. We're gonna repeat this 2 more times. This feels good, yeah, my abductors are all crying, which is good. Let me change the music, this might be so repetitive. So go back to squat pulls. I'm going to speak less, because now you know how to do the movements. It's very important to keep your knees outward, even on the bounce, because the band might compress your knees inward, so you really try to fight that. Next one, kick back on the right side. The bread on my knees. It's really hard. Keep pushing. Same thing on the other side now. Okay. My glutes are fire, which is good. Got 30 seconds of rest and then move on to the last section. Last circuits are. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's the second circuit. So now it's cross lunges. It's gonna really target your side glutes and your adductors and your quads. So it's really key to go as sideways as you can while keeping yourself balanced. Same thing here, same principle. Grip the floor. Feet muscles, and then go as deep as you can. Next one will be single leg deadlift. Try to keep the back leg as straight as you can. We'll also work on the glutes with the back leg. Sheesh. Very good. You can try to use the other arm to balance it out. Yeah, sometimes I make the mistake. Try to really let your arm follow the movements. Don't try to touch your toes, it's just your torso leaning forward and your arm following instead of the opposite. Sometimes I make the mistake and then create tension on my neck. When you do that on the torso part, which is the right way to do it, you'll feel a stronger pull on your hamstring. Okay, so we got 30 seconds of rest, and then move on to the last section of this entire circuit. I feel the burn on my hips, glutes. Not so much on the quadriceps, but a lot of hamstrings, glutes, and abductors. Okay. Next one, glute bridge. So as you can see here, we're really focusing on the posterior chain, even though we have some lunges and some squats. We try to put an emphasis on the posterior chain. So now, side lying hip abductions. I'm trying not to be distracted by my feet. I go there early, so don't look at them and just focus on the movements. So all this nonsense on my feet. So really try to take your time here. Don't rush it. make the reps count. Okay, so once again, I just realized my camera hasn't recorded everything. I hope it recorded at least one round, because I just recorded 3 rounds, but the camera shut down at some point. I think it was just the overheat. It happened to me, I think in the last video. I'm sorry again. I need to get better at that. But yeah, I hope you will enjoy this workout. So like I said, we targeted the entire lower body, especially the posterior chain, so hamstring, glutes, and abductors, a little bit of quads. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and I'll see you next time.